Next on the bill is African Champions. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere.
African champions.
African champion.
African champions.
African champions.
Amy Ashwood Garvey is our African champion.
You be champion.
Now, Amy Ashwood Garvey was a Jamaican Pan-Africanist activist, a playwright, lecturer, and a Pan-Africanist who, together with Ladipo Solanke, founded the Nigerian Progress Union in London. You know, as we've been talking about the, Black History Month in the UK, so this is actually one of those formation that actually helped or supported African or Nigerian students living in the UK back in the days. That this union, Nigerian Progress Union, NPU, was formed in London in 1924 for London-based students with a Nigerian background. Now, the campaign was to improve the welfare of all African students in London. Right, even though it was Nigerian, but it actually extended its scope of operation, also trying to cater or to see to the welfare of other African students living abroad or who were born, there. It's like, yeah, you guys are foreigners, so we'll treat you as such. But and the treatment wasn't really fair. I mean, it was just looking at them as if you people are part of our, you're more of like the same enslaved people. We enslaved a couple of years back, and you're not coming back to learn from us. So that's how they still see them. They still saw them through that lens of the enslaved people, and you're here now. But something had to be done. Yeah. So Amy Ashwood Garvey, who was actually the ex-wife of Marcus Garvey. Yeah, so you should imagine a woman who actually has Africa at heart. I mean, getting married to one who was on the agenda of every black person should come back to Africa, and that's Marcus Garvey. He was one of the persons who actually championed the cause of every black man needs to come back to Africa. I mean, talking about the promised land, and I mean, it actually goes a long way to explain the more settlement of people in Ethiopia and relating it to Jamaica, and the chosen one has to do with so there's a lots of dots connecting with Marcus Garvey and the Rastafarians and Emperor Haile Selassie and all that. But then that's not the topic for discussion right about now. So Amy Ashwood Garvey, who was also the ex-wife of Marcus Garvey. So the union was there to see the welfare of all African students in London and for assorted measures for progress in Britain's African colonies, right? Now, after the very first meeting, she was honored with the Yoruba chieftaincy title, Iyalode, meaning mother of the community, because she actually showed commitment. Yeah, she showed passion because of how she loved what she did, the empowerment, trying to get a voice to our people, trying to give a voice to our people and let people understand or the where they were, the setting, trying to have a voice and let them get voice and also speak up for themselves. She also later became an important figure in the anti-racist movement in England. Yes, she became that. She's also one of the founding members of the Negro World newspaper, with the main aim of connecting African Americans across the continent. So she traveled a lot. I mean, Jamaica, went to New York, to Britain. I mean, she actually played key roles, wherever she went to. And there was a time, well, you'd read that on AfricaGlobalRadio.com on the history section. She came to Ghana. Yeah, she came to Ghana, and because she was once told that her grandmother is from Ghana. So she visited Ghana one time and eventually got to see the village that she came from. So log on to AfricaGlobalRadio.com and you'll find interesting bits about how, connecting some of these things are, and how it brings to mind the conversation about how we're all connected one way or the other, because you never know where you're from. I mean, it's just right from like having this with Nigerians and the connection to Ghana and everything. Believe me, Africa, we are one people. The show is Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio.